Hey, it's Beth. Welcome to Girl Gotta Glue. Today we're doing a complete flip of my Halloween glue book for 2020. Before we get started and do a flip, I wanted to kind of give you guys a throwback to my old Halloween glue books. This was from 2016. Look at this old dingy thing. There's a couple of good images in here though. Like this one and this fly. Is it a fly? It could be a bee. I don't know. Anyway, the book's seen better days. I think I used a political catalog of some kind. I don't know. And yeah. Anybody remember this book from way back? Oh, man. Okay, so there is that one from 2016. And then there's this one. I actually dated this one, 2017. It used to have these jelly type of hands and blood on it. And I don't know. It's starting to fall apart on me. I may do a complete flip of these sometime, but I don't know. I need to fix it. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of get that out and show you guys. Like, those two pages are awesome. Okay, so I'm kind of, when it comes to these glue books, the Halloween and the Christmas themed glue books, I'm more lax when I'm gluing down. I'm not so much collagey and trying to challenge myself. The only way that I really challenge myself is I only use magazines and I only use things that I've acquired, like Halloween packaging from Candy or something, or extremely cheap kids books. And when I mean cheap, I mean 50 cents or less. I don't buy kids. I don't buy stuff at Hobby Lobby. I don't buy anything that would be more than $1. Like, I used to buy stickers, and then I kind of realized they don't really fit too well with the, because I tend to get darker in the books, so I just quit buying the Halloween stickers. Anyway, on to new things. This was the one I made, and I wanted to go ahead and get it flipped through to share before Halloween hit. I don't know how you plan on celebrating in your neck of the woods with all this stuff going on, but I hope it's a safe one, and we'll go ahead and get started. The first two pages, of course, are my favorite pages because they're so simple and cool. I used different books. This was from a magazine, that was from a magazine, this was from a magazine. It all just goes together, and that's my favorite part of collaging and glue booking, is just the way I can put everything together and it looks like it goes together. I did do a little bit of collaging here. That spider looks real, don't you guys think? I love it. It's just no words here. There's no words. Oh, you guys remember, that's Munsters, right? From the Munsters. Just making sure. I kind of want to go quickly, but I also want to give you a few details. Who does not know Stranger Things? At least give it till season 2 if you're unsure. I do watch that one. It says, one summer can change everything. Honestly, I don't know where I got those brains from. I really don't. But I thought this was kind of scary, but not really Halloween enough, so I added the brains, so it looks like they're stealing brains. I don't know. And then these two pages, nothing done to them other than just kept them in their original state for the poetry that's in here. And this one is What Better Place by Mary Selden. When Indian summer comes to the farm, what better place can there be for Halloween spirits to congregate in eerie company? Corn shocks in the wide north field are marching row in row. Owls glide and witches ride when the moon begins to glow. Pumpkins line the front porch steps and grin through the window pane. Our old black cat with her yellow eyes must sing a weird refrain. Goblins wailing trick or treat are invited to come inside for cider and donuts and apples on sticks while we look on wide-eyed. When Indian summer comes to the farm, country boys and girls look ahead to an evening of Halloween fun with all the childhood joys. Love that one. And then this one is Halloween by Ruth Miller. Corn shocks and pumpkins, cider nice and sweet, donuts and apples, and all that can eat. All that one can eat. Funny masks and costumes, children playing pranks, wildly ringing doorbells, irritated cranks. Skeletons a-dancing, a big October moon, ugly-looking witches riding on a broom. Bats and ghosts and goblins, black cats, horns and owls, weird bewitching magic, eerie shrieks and howls. Laughing jack-o'-lanterns, funniest ever seen. Children also happy because it's Halloween. So I kept that in there. I didn't do too much to it. A lot of these I didn't do too much with because they're just good as is. That was a picture of a corn. I added a layer of pumpkins, and then I added this little raccoon eating from an old pumpkin, and then his friend over here, I don't know if you guys can see that his friend is given the look like, you didn't share with me. And of course, that's what I'm going to look like Halloween night if my son doesn't share his candy with me. And that was from a kid's book, a vintage one, and you can see why I kept that. And then I'm trying to stay in frame and not blind you with the glare, because it's kind of dark and gloomy here now that it's fall. And for some weird reason, my neighbor is mowing when it's cold outside. So I hope you guys don't hear that either. This was from some leftover images from 2017. And this I kept by itself. The only thing I added was this woman's face. These two were completely separate pages, and then this was completely separate. I had got this black and white movie book, super cheap, on a Facebook auction. It was like 25 cents. And inside of it was this lady, and they were talking about the movie itself and her as an actress and just like movie facts and all that stuff. And then I went ahead and cut it out because I knew what it was from. And I just got lucky and found this in a magazine and put it together. And I love that. I love finding things and putting it together. You can see here, December 10 to 23, 2018. So some of these pages are dated. And, yeah, they're dated. I save lots of stuff. Anything that I can use, I save. And so this page, the girls are like just laughing and stuff. And like, what are you doing up there? And she's climbing up there. It's like a tomboy climbing trees and whatnot. Reminds me of myself. Pretty image. I didn't do anything to this because it already looked kind of weird. She's dancing around these music bars. And then this I had got from Salvation Army. It was like 50 cents or something for a whole pack of Halloween invitations. And I thought that was cute. It just says, brains. And then this was a kid's page. It was about witches. This was cute. Added this together. I think he finally stopped mowing. I'm not sure what he was mowing out there because there's no grass. This was kind of cool. It had a bunch of words here. I had to kind of block them out. It says Cemetery Secrets. They're like underwater and they're finding all these bones. So they've like found this underwater cemetery or whatever, and they're exploring, and I thought that was cool. Threw that in there. And these two pages, it just says Under Her Spell, and then it's like completely unrelated. I did add this here. These kids look like they're telling ghost stories. So I found this lady in a book, and it was one of those vintage 90s books, and she's like screaming, and it was some kind of ad for cleaner, some kind of cleaner in a spray bottle. The spray bottle's right here, and the words of the cleaner are here, and I had to figure out a way to kind of block them out. So I had her screaming at the ghost, and she says, "Ghost!" And he's like, "Lady, look out behind you." So he's trying to warn her, and she's too busy worried that it's a ghost. And yeah, so there's that. I didn't do too much to these two pages because I just liked how they already were. Halloween Party. I did add the bird to cover some words. These were some old pages from Entertainment Weekly, I think it was. Anybody remember Cabin in the Woods? Those cubes with all the people in it. All the crazy, creepy stuff. That's one of my favorite movies. I'm kind of bummed it doesn't get a sequel because it just can't have a sequel because of how it ended. So, and because of all this dark red, I went ahead and added the red balloons and then this creepy clown, and just says "We All Float," which is in reference to It from Stephen King, if anybody's seen that. I didn't like the new It that was made. Don't come for me. I'm sorry. I don't like the new It. I prefer the old one with Tim Curry. I don't know why. I just did. Some more kids book pages that I had to keep because it was in reference to a ghost, Horace the Happy Ghost. And then these pages, they weren't really necessarily Halloween, but they kind of give off a creepy vibe. And then I added something extremely bad is happening here. He looks scared with a gun. I flip it over here and it's got that creepy guy. He's like a skeleton and he's in a box. And then this, I think, was part of some TV series, but I can't remember the name. I don't have cable. I just have, like, Netflix, Hulu, etc., etc. Again, more pages from TV shows. I have not seen The Terror Infamy. Has anybody seen it? Is it any good? Let me know in the comments, and I'll check it out. I did add the Black Forest image to go with this, and then I found this also in that movie book. I think this was from Amityville Horror, possibly. I'm not entirely sure. If that scene where that's like a house is haunted or possessed or whatever, and then the whole thing gets the whole light bulb gets covered in flies, and it's like really creepy. Yeah. And then these two pages, you know, it's not necessarily Halloween, but I really didn't want to put it anywhere else. Because people dress up like Lilu and Corbin Dallas before, like, I've seen it. So it's not necessarily not Halloween. And it's got some action, and it's like the end of the world type of theme, so I put it in here. I wasn't going to throw it away, because that's a good movie. So, I don't know who's watching, but if I have any old subscribers watching, you might have remembered when I did the harvest of these pictures. It's like this rusted old cobwebbed doctor's bag and had these things with it. Anyway, I found this in a vintage magazine. It's not really a doctor, but he looks like one because he's got that magnifying glass. So I put it all together and it's like a crazy psycho doctor. Yeah. And then some more kids pages. I don't think I'll ever stop using kids pages. I don't know. I mean, I'm not selling this stuff. I don't see why I can't. This witch is like got her broom and she's going through the trees. I think she's looking for this little monster. And it looks like the pigs found the monster. True Tales and Tall Tales, A Whiff of Wolfbane. I added the hat and the dragon. These were two separate images from two different magazines. I added them together because it kind of looked like an apocalypse. Because they're all struggling up here and then they're all stuck down here. So I added that together. I thought that was really neat. And then these two pages are like conspiracy, crazy, alien type things. Like it says conspiracy theories, alien dreams. Defense Department confirms UFOs are real, reasons to believe. Again, it could be Halloween. It's sci-fi, and you know, there's nothing more terrifying than thinking about a little gray man snatching you while you're sleeping, and then doing stuff to you and then taking you back. That's pretty scary. So I lumped it in with Halloween. And these two pages says Let's Face Halloween, and that was from a kid's book, and it says the kids are not all right. And then this is from American Horror Story. It was just an ad in a magazine from 1984. That season where they portrayed as in 1984. I didn't really like that the series, that season in the series, I didn't like it. My favorite was Coven and Murder House, and then that other one where it was kind of the end of the world and they brought the Coven back. Those were my favorites. And I liked Roanoke. And yeah, I think that's it. A lot of people really didn't like Roanoke, but I like that one for some reason. I don't know. Who knows what will happen this year, or if it even happens at all. I'll probably watch it even if I didn't like the season, I will still keep watching just to see, you know what happens. These are extremely old pages I didn't do anything with, and I didn't want to. I thought it looked great just by itself, so I left it as is. I did add the bat. And it's like a little story of Halloween, and this lady is a witch, and she's brewing up something in the forest. And okay, so these 2 pages. I wish I had more flames, because I was going to add some flames back here, but I didn't have any more fire images. She's kind of like, she set their heads on fire, and they're sitting in a restaurant. And then if you flip it over, just as playing with fire. And then this was part of a Halloween treat bag from my son. I didn't do anything to these pages either, just because it's the Stepford Wives. This was my mom's favorite. I actually liked the remake with Nicole Kidman, and yeah, I don't know why. She likes this one from 1975, but I liked the remake. And weird. This one, she's a vampire. I turned her into a vampire. It was out of a fashion magazine. And I don't know. You can't really see him. You can kind of see him. He's like laying there all dazed, and she's got vamp fangs hanging out. It says, "Have a bite." He's basically dead, I guess. I don't know who that is, but they're on the ground. And this was The Craft from 1996. And this image was part of a set of images, so I do have images from the Craft movie, but I don't know, I didn't want to use them yet. I'm saving so much stuff for another day. I really should stop doing that, but I did use some of those images, and this was part of it. And this was like a crazy, creepy, I think it's a fish head. And I added Bewitching Hour. And then these 2, I couldn't help it. I had to add them in here. It's not really horror, but then it kind of is, because it's ghosts. It's about ghosts. I mean, it's more of a love story, I guess, if you think about it. But it's also kind of Halloween, because he does pass away, and he has to go to this medium to get in contact with Molly. So if anybody remembers that scene where she's talking to Molly, and she's like, "Molly, you in danger, girl." I didn't do anything extra. I just added the Ouija board here, and then that's it. I mean, it just speaks for itself. "Molly, you in danger, girl." And then I had seen this ad for the Beetlejuice on Broadway. I saved that. And then I added this page and just that giant bug. Look at this giant bug. I don't know if it's a beetle or not, but I did add it. And it's this It's Showtime. I kind of wish they would make a sequel for Beetlejuice, and I can't believe they never did. Like, I kind of feel like, why not? I mean, it's not entirely impossible. They did bring back Cobra Kai, and that was a good series. I feel like maybe if they had brought back, like, Catherine O'Hara, and they brought Lydia Dietz back as an older lady, maybe like she's divorced and she has kids and she's struggling or something, and her mom passes away, or, you know, something to that effect, where she needs to contact Beetlejuice to get to her mom or something, and they're trying to figure out something to get the mom back for something like a will or whatever. I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to come up with a good idea, because Beetlejuice goes to Hawaii. Yeah, no. They should just stick to the original formula that works. I don't know why reboots do this. They never just stick with the original script and, like, give the character more story that's already there that worked the first time. They always reboot things rather than to just add on to it. I don't know. I'm going off on a rant because I really want to see Beetlejuice 2. I'm sorry. We'll keep going. Michael Keaton was so good as Beetlejuice. And he said he would do it again. So, yeah, I'm having a rant. Okay, so this one is, I just thought it was creepy. The kids singing were creepy. And then that warehouse. And then this was creepy because it's an Amazon package. Can you imagine getting this in the mail and then it coming to life on you? Oh, no. Oh, no. When it comes to Halloween, we play a different tune. And another set of pages I didn't do anything to because it kind of speaks for itself. Who did not see Shaun of the Dead? It's hilarious. It's gory, but it is hilarious. I think I need to watch that soon. I usually watch Halloween movies and stuff and do my glue booking for the season, like Halloween or Christmas. But I did not watch Shaun of the Dead. I'm surprised I didn't. I watched Cabin in the Woods and stuff, but I didn't. I need to get that out and watch it before Halloween hits. These are like, it says multiplying vampires, and I don't know. It came out of a kid's, some old vintage kid's math book, and I'm like, wow, like, what, this is in here? I gotta save this. So I threw this in here, and then I added this creepy picture. Look at these skeletons. And then back here, this was also from that movie book in black and white, and it's like the original Dracula from a movie. And then some more here. As you can see, I'll just save just about anything because it's easy and it's cheap, and I don't like to use kits or anything. I'm really strict about that. I only use what I can physically get in my hand. Okay, so these 2 pages, oh, it's so funny because it reminds me of my husband, and it just says can't have nice things. This would be something he would do. He would grill when the asteroids hit Earth. He would use part of the asteroid to grill his meat. He loves to grill. He grills in the snow. He grills in the rain. He grills in the summer. He just grills. He loves his steak. So I just thought that was cute. Terrifying, but cute. And they're just not going to let the end of the world mess with their barbecue. Nope. It's grill day. Another set of pages I didn't do anything with because it's kind of like, it's sharks, it's Jaws, it's scary. You guys remember Jaws too, right? It just says Dark Fate, and then, yeah, scary. And then there was another set of pages that was like crazy weird, and was advertising for something called Zappos.com. And then there was something right here, but I covered it up with this bird bottle and this pumpkin. And this over here, creepy guy in the movie box. And this just says Happy Halloween. So it's kind of like this sci-fi fighting vibe. Yeah. I think that tag was off like a candy or something. Another set of pages I really didn't do anything with. I just liked him as is. I did add the skeleton and the bird. I love these 2 pages. This was vintage. I didn't want to do anything to it. I wanted to leave it as is. The cartoon on there is fabulous. Check out this cartoon. Love the artwork. I didn't change anything. I just added some. This was probably from a more modern, like last month. Something from last month's magazines. And then I added this. I think Hootenanny is a band, a local band here, and I saw this in my local catalog. Well, catalog for, I don't know, I saw it for something, and it kind of looked kind of like a horror movie thing, because she's like screaming, so I just kept that. I did not save this from 2013. I think the band originated in 2013. There's a couple more crazy, creepy pages. That glare is just not good. All right, so that's from some kind of vampire TV series. I don't know if it's still on. Is it on? If any of you have cable out there, let me know. Is it any good? Because if it is, I will check it out. And then some more over here. There's Michael Myers, and there's the Slender Man. It's Creepy Heart. And I had this hand, and he's kind of reaching and turning on a radio, and then but I have him reaching on the heart and turning it on, and then I have little musical notes on there. I don't know if you guys can hear those sirens. And this was just out of one of those calendars that came from Dollar Tree. I live right by the fire station, so whenever they gotta go out, that's what you hear. So sorry about that. And then, so who doesn't love Lisa Frank? I just added That's the Spirit. And these 2 are not vampires, but I turned them into vampires just because they looked kind of vampire-y, if you know what I mean. I added Bloody Gorgeous, and then for some reason, I don't know why, because it was late at night, I added the Terminator. I don't know why I added him, but I did. I even added that bird, and I don't know why. I don't know why I do these things. it just kind of adds to it, don't you think? So they're vampires and they're bloody gorgeous. Let's see what else we got back here. I don't want to skip anything. And then these 2 pages, more sharks, and it just says the end is near because we're actually very close to the end. And she's very close to the end. And we're very close to the end altogether. Alright, so the last 2 pages are just this creepy thing. He's like hovered over her while she's on the computer, and it says, "We've created a monster, mind control." And it kind of references to us being addicted to our phones and addicted to the internet in general. I'm guilty of that as well. And that's the back. Just more, what is that? Oh, it's coming off. I gotta fix it. So that is my Halloween Glue Book 2020 complete flip through. You guys, I'm sorry about if there was too much glare or too much noise or just too much or not enough of something. Anyway, if you like these kind of videos, please subscribe. It would help out my little channel quite a bit. I'm trying to get it back up, and I'm trying to post more and share more because I still love to do these type of things. Even though it's been a few years, it's still one of my favorite pastimes. So, yeah, hit that notification bell so you know when I put out new videos. I'm going to go put this up on my shelf with the rest of my books. And you all have a safe and happy Halloween. See ya.